Yeah, right. So Jayo Tapa, he's a cruiserweight IBF. Most people see him as the lineal champion of the cruiserweight division. Jayo Tapa is suing the IBF alleges wide-ranging conspiracy. All right. Jayo Tapa wants his cruiserweight title back. He says Deshaun Desire at Uncrowned Reports. So if I said Darshan Desire, hopefully I said the right, Uncrowned Reports that former IBF Cruiserweight champion Jai Tapa has filed a lawsuit against the sanctionable body alleging the conspiracy on the part of the WAWC and WO and former promoter Eddie Hearn and others to punish him to sign with Zuffa. He's probably not lying. His hunch is probably right on. Eddie Hearn is anti-Zuffa. Eddie Hearn is part of the system. They're going to back the system before they back the fighter. That's what y'all don't understand. They're going to back the system. The fighter is just, they just use the fighter. You feel what I'm saying? They just use the fighter. You know what I'm saying? They just use the fighter. It is nothing more. It's nothing less. They just use the fighter. And I think most people don't really understand that. They use the fighter, get the money from the fighter, and then they on to the next leg. Their allegiance is to the system. The IBF stripper Tapa, 30 and 0, 23 KOs of the belt. 30 and 23 is crazy. If that was his record. The belt of Zuffa debut in this past March, characterizing his bout with Brandon Glanton for the Zuffa title and unsanctioned unification. Otapa swept Glanton on all three scorecards, intended to follow up with the crack at the WBC of Noel McKayleen, only for Mauricio Suleiman to order a three-belt unification between McKayleen and David Benavidez that Otapa cites as evidence and punitive conclusion. Per Desire, the Deshaun guy, Otapa is seeking a reinstatement as the IBF Cruiserweight champion, damages, attorney fees, and costs, and injunction preventing the sanctioned body from naming a new Cruiserweight champion while litigation is pending. Otapa claims that the evidence supporting this conspiracy exists in grouped text messages and WhatsApp conversations. Here's what the thing. Would a shadowy, nefarious plot beyond the realm of possibility? Hell no. I'd be more shocked if these sorts of things weren't happening on the regular. I just can't understand what Otapa expects after signing with Dana White, who said the most unambiguous terms imaginable that had no interest in working with the sanctioned belt bodies. This isn't the case of not checking the fine print, but no, this ain't the case of that. It's a lot of people that said shit about the sanctioned belt bodies. I mean, Riddick Bowe threw the belt in the trash. Keyshawn Davis literally said that he don't want to fight for sanctioned belt bodies. I don't want to unify. I'm gonna do what Bud do, and all of a sudden he first was the number one contender for Shakur's WBO belt. Then he turns around, and now he's automatically the mandatory. One of the things that Otapa is really pointing out is that there's no real system. It's just relationships. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's no real system. It's just relationships. That's it. They all work together. It's all pretty much like a reality TV. You think it's reality, but the script is already written. The script is already written, fam. There's we all gonna band together versus Eddie versus Zuffa and them, because Zuffa and them don't want to get down, and then they don't want to be part of this. They want to make the best fights. We don't want to make the best fights. The sanctioned belt bodies don't promote the best fights. They don't even give you the best mandatories. The only reason they giving you this Devin Haney mandatory, respectfully, the only reason they're allowing that to happen is because it's a relationship with Top Rank in the WBO. They want to strip Devin Haney. Once again, Devin Haney didn't sign as Zuffa. Devin Haney stood on business and said that, he supports the sanctioned belt bodies and he appreciate, but then what do they turn around and do them? They do them dirty. They do them dirty, bro. This is what I be trying to tell y'all. I'll be thinking like, bro, I'll be talking crazy. Jai Tapa is right. And this to me, you can just, on surface level, let's cut it out, right? Let's cut it out on surface level. Okay. Or let's just go on surface level. Let's not even dig deep into his case. I mean, what have they done to move the sport forward? Literally, what have these sanctioned belt bodies done to move the sports forward? Come on. Everything is pay for play. Everything is, if you read their rules, it's pay for play. Jairo Tapa is not wrong. And then you're going to order a 3-belt unification when a lot of times we ask y'all to rank champions and order other champions to fight other champions. Y'all get in the way. Y'all stop other champions from fighting other champions. Y'all, the sanctioned belts bodies get in the way not to make the best fights. You get these mandatories like Fondora fighting that we never heard of. How is he fighting a mandatory when Virgil Ortiz is the interim title holder? What are we talking about? The sanctioned belt bodies need to be abolished. They benefit nobody but the promoters. They don't benefit the networks. That's why the networks did the pullout game. So you gonna strip him because he signed a Zuffa? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that. Oh, now Zuffa can't bid on a purse bid? Because if Zuffa was such a power, if Zuffa wasn't a threat, they wouldn't feel threatened by it. And I agree with what Zuffa doing. Fuck the WBO, fuck the WBA, the WBC, the IBF. They took all this money from fighters and they give it to, and they put it in their pockets. And if they do get some money away, they give it to their communities. They don't give it back to the fighter. They don't give it back to the black community. They don't give it back to Jairo Tapa's community. No, not at all. This is what I really don't understand, how people can say, well, this is how it's, tradition. You got 55 champions walking around this motherfucker. How is traditional? You don't know who champion. You got an interim, a gold, a franchise. They ain't created one belt that benefit the black fighter. And the black fighter is the most dominant fighter, the most popular fighter. No matter as much as they lie and try to tell you Canelo, bro, the black fighter is the dominant fighter. That's the one. They've done nothing to make it copacetic and kosher for the black American, for the black fighter in general. They have done nothing. They've done years disparaging and really defaming black fighters from blacks. If Dominicans don't want to claim them, but they see y'all as niggas, you know what I'm saying? Cuban fighters, they do them dirty. They do them the dirtiest. That's the only fighter that get treated worse than black American fighters is Cuban fighters. Them the only fighters that get treated worse. So, in my opinion is this, with this right here, what is the structure of the sanctioned belt bodies? That's what you must ask yourself. What is the structure? What is the structure? There's no structure. There's just, you pay for him to be the mandatory. Or you about to make a big fight, we gonna make him the mandatory. So they are one of the biggest haters from getting the fights that the fans want to see. Remove the sanctioned belt bodies, bro. You're gonna get the fights you want to see, bro. And I heard Paulie Malignaggi, if you sign over there, you sell out. You a sellout. You a sellout, man. Come on, man. Y'all been selling out the industry for years, bro. That's why, Showtime, CBS not in it. HBO got out of it. Y'all done sold it out. They done gave y'all a couple dollars or asked y'all to come on stream and cap for these sanctioned belt bodies, bro. It's a wrap. Fuck that IBF. And shout out, really, Andre Ward was the first one to really start saying it. Respectfully, he was. He was the first one trying to say, this ain't nothing but plastic. Pleather and plastic. Now, one thing before I wrap this part up that I don't agree with is the fact that Jairo Tapa wants the belt back. Fuck them. Give me my punitive damages, bro. Fuck that belt. I don't want to work with them. I don't want to skate with them. I don't want to kick it with them. Give me my money. Because what they did was they allowed David Benavidez to become a world champion, undisputed champion, possibly. They allowed him to become undisputed champion, right? Without having to fight the next box guy in the division. Who did that sound like? Canelo. Canelo was able to become the super middleweight undisputed champion and not have to fight David Benavidez. And Benavidez can't complain about Canelo because he's doing the same fucking shit that he doing. When the system was against him, no, he didn't, blaze a trail to fight against the system. No, he joined when the system benefited him. You don't hear this motherfucking complaining about ducking nobody, ducking Better BF, ducking Beevil. I don't know about all that, but you know what I'm saying, ducking Jairo Tapa. No, he gonna use that same system to benefit him. That's why I tell y'all, man, when people complain about being on the wrong end of it, the wrong end of a situation, fuck them. Because when they get on the right end of the situation, they have, regardless if they start off on the right end and end up on the wrong end, or they start off on the wrong end and end up on the right end, it don't fucking matter to them, bro. It's all fun when they up and you down. That's it. It's all fun when you up and they down. It's all crying and complaining when you down and they up. Facts. Fuck the system, bro. Real talk.